Are we going?
Hipshot trim.
Hipshot trim. Good to know.
We got anything with a hipshot trim floating around tonight for tonight's?
Yeah.
Probably maybe more than one thing. Maybe
Well,
one
we
thing.
got that one.
That dude. Okay.
We got that one.
All right.
We can show up. Why did some?
Oh no, I just was
Somebody want
saying.
to see one?
No, I just was read something hipshot trim.
Oh yeah.
Hip
I did not
shot
put any hipshot
trim
thing. We are waiting for more.
Yeah, that is kind of a thing. Hey, everybody. Hey, Joy. Hey, Lefty. Hey, Jay. Van Shank, Dan, Dastardly Dave, Rob, Butch, Zed, Joey Dano. Thanks for the super chat, Doug. Thank you, my friend. Todd says, look at all those American icons. I think so. You will see a few less American icons like on Monday, right, Chris?
Yep.
I would like to know what you guys think of different pickups besides the humbucking. So the two on the very end there have chrome covers. And then the two, so this is Doug Santaniello's, everyone's favorite guitar. And we've got a couple that have, I think they can see them, right? A couple that have just different looking pickups. Like this one has a Gemini pickup, or as the guy who played what's his name on that thing you do said, a Gemini.
Gemini.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dastardly Dave sent us a super chat. Thank you so much, Dave. And Brian made him do it. Black Dog Sheep says, is it possible to put the pickup in the bridge position? Okay. This is kind of what we're getting at, but what I want to know is, what do you guys think looks cool? Do you think humbuckers look cool? Do you think P90s look cool? Chris, why do you think? I think it's interesting that Zed asks, is it possible to put the pickup in the bridge position?
Why do I think?
Why do you think I think that?
Because we were talking about that
just today. Yeah. There was a guy sent us an email and sent us a picture of essentially an American icon with two P90s. And so Chris and I kind of fiddled around with it a little bit today. And is it possible to put it in like the only pickup? Well, anything is possible, but it would require us to put some sort of pick guard here, because the heel of the neck goes into what is the neck position pickup. Or it would require a complete redesign of the neck. All things that could be done for a price. Or, but the easiest thing to do might be to simply add another pickup. So if that's what you mean, Zed, yeah, it could. It could be done relatively easily, but I'd like to know what you guys think. I think that just because I think, just because I think this guitar is perfect in every way, doesn't mean that that's going to be what everybody else thinks. So I'd kind of like to know what you guys think. Not because I'm willing to design this guitar by committee, but I just want to know. Now, if you say, I want one with that, let's get an invoice going, that holds a little more water than could you do it? I'm not saying that Zed is, you know what I mean? I'm not calling out Zed. I think he's asking a legitimate question.
Mm-hmm.
But for me to say, what I mean is I'm going to redesign the entire guitar, I'm more apt to do that if somebody says, shut up, here's my money.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but yeah, anyway. So yeah. And yeah, so Mike says humbuckers look best to me. Zed says he likes humbuckers the best. Jay says humbucker fan. Shark Air says I like humbuckers with covers. And he also says maybe a P90 with a chrome cover, which we did.
That was the way
Yeah.
that guitar, the P90 with no F holes.
Yep.
That's the way it was originally. And then we swapped out the cover because we wanted to see what that looked like. And we're like,
yeah, that one. Everything's backward. This one right here. So anyway, Dan says I'd really love to see what the icon looks like with just a bridge pickup. Well, okay, Dan. Again, that's going to require it could be done.
yeah.
It's going to require a pick guard
Mm-hmm.
or a complete redesign of the neck. Neither one is particularly easy.
No.
You think like, well, adding a pick guard, that's a snap. But sometimes pick guards look kind of dopey.
Designing a pick guard's another thing. Yeah.
I mean, I suppose you could just have like a little thing right there,
You
but
could put a plate that
Tom-
says custom on it.
like, what is the guy with the 335?
Tom DeLong.
Tom DeLong.
Yeah, his name on it or something.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that.
You
So
could do that.
if-
If you get a bicycle reflector and shove that in there.
if somebody's willing to
won't.
pay me to do that, then
we could.
Then we
Yeah.
could do that. Yeah.
For me, that wrecks the guitar.
Yeah.
If somebody wants it, maybe.
I don't think we're in any danger of anyone actually doing it.
This
I
is
think there's
true.
people that say, hey, I
This is
like that,
true.
but I don't think there's any danger of it actually happening.
Yeah. But
Dawgs?
I do think that people that think that guitar needs a bridge pickup think that because that's the way they were conditioned to think. Guitar needs a bridge pickup.
Mhm.
Okay.
Doug Seidlet sent us a super chat and says a humbucker is nice as long as it's covered. Brian's looks cool too. I think a mini hum would look good, and so would a Dynasonic. Mike, Seal Beach Mike asked me a while ago, could we put a Filtertron in an icon? And I said, nah, I don't want to do that. Well, then I ran out over to Steve's and had him make me a template with a Filtertron size hole in it. I just haven't gotten around to making one yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
I don't think a Filtertron would be too terrible. I think one of the reasons that I like the humbucker in there is because it's slightly larger than the P90 and it's certainly larger than a Filtertron.
significantly
And I think a Filtertron would be okay if it had a ring, but if it's hard mounted, I don't think I'd like it as much. So I like the chrome cover or the nickel cover and a ring. I think that's the best look because it adds a little bling to the guitar. That's my own personal opinion.
Now, JVNB says American Icon will have to wait for the Purple Challenger to get here first, but it's on the list.
Yep, and the Purple Challenger is painted.
I saw it. It looks
finally
depth.
It looks great.
Yep.
So I am going to hopefully button that thing up next week.
Mike says agree the Tron would need a ring.
Yeah, I think it would. Yeah. And you might be able to do something cool. They have those silverish rings and those goldish rings.
So they've got all kinds
might
of
look
neat.
cool.
Yeah.
So
okay. Well, so the reason that we're doing a reveal today, guys, is to show you all the cool stuff that got finished this week, and to let you know that some of it's going away on Monday. What should we start with?
Let's start
Chris?
with the stuff that we finished that are people's guitars.
Okay, so
Wanna do that?
Yeah, I see one over here.
Okay.
Let's do this
So
one. I'll go ahead.
Let's do the two Limba ones.
All right.
So we have two Limba Challengers. This one is for Rudy Marion.
And it's going to Belgium. Yeah, so this is neat.
Yeah.
What's the big idea with this?
So he spec'd a white Limba level 2. So it's carved top, 73 finish. But he spec'd a P90, Dylan P90 in the neck and a Dylan Super 8 in the bridge. Vintage amber, standard C neck,
Yeah, that's a cool guitar.
So
Classic
little
and
custom, but mostly, you know, standard stuff.
I think that one's neat, mostly because I like the idea of a humbucker and a P90. I think that visually it's very striking. Visually, it's very striking to see the two different pickups. Um, however, okay, now it I think this makes all the sense in the world aesthetically. Now, but what do you guys think? Sonically, I think they should be switched.
Yeah, you might be right.
But I think I would catch a lot of grief from that. Yeah, so Rob says he's getting his next challenger is going to be set up like this. It's super cool, you guys. Um, let's see. Somebody said Scott Byram is famous neck pickup only guy. Todd said that. Scott Byram is one of my favorite artists, and yeah, I would love to get an American Icon in his hands. I wonder if he would play that. Um, Doug says, so cool to see guitars that are going across the pond.
Yep.
We send guitars all over the place.
We have, yeah.
And
it always makes me nervous.
Why is that?
It just does.
Well,
because every place, their customs are different. The customs office is different. You have to fill out different paperwork.
So you're not concerned at all about like the guitar making it there in one piece.
No.
You're concerned about the when it gets there, what the customs people do.
Yeah. I don't want it to get held up. I want it to be, fairly easy and fairly straightforward.
I think that you guys thought when Chris said, I always worry about shipping internationally, that you meant the guitars would break.
No, just that I did the paperwork, right?
I feel 100% confident in our construction, our cases, and our shipping.
Oh yeah.
That you would have to be like, it would have to fall out of the plane to get
in some ways.
And I hope I'm not
I think
jinxing it,
shipping
yeah.
overseas, they get there in about the same amount of time because you ship them air.
Mhm.
So I think really there's
They're on a boat.
fewer hands on the guitar,
Yeah.
fewer trucks,
Mhm.
fewer everything. So in some ways, it might be safer,
Yeah.
shipping than ground is.
These are unbelievably rugged guitars. The level, all the levels. Yeah.
I'm not worried about that.
No.
Just that I did the paperwork correct.
Yeah. So okay, okie dokie. All right. So
that's that one.
All right. Now I have another white Limba.
And this one is for Dave Argus.
Okay, check it out.
Yep. So Argus Dave.
So this is the same kind of deal here. White Limba with a maple neck, black Kingwood fretboard. This one has Dylan DAFs or the DAFs. That's Dylan Dylan humbuckers.
Yeah.
Whatever he spec'd. Dylan humbuckers in both the bridge and neck position. Hipshot hardware on everything, and he said, "Hey, put some dots in there."
Mm-hmm.
So we threw some dots in the guitar. These carb tops, Chris, are so neat. Like every time I pick them up, I'm like, this is the. I was talking with Curtis today, and he said, "What should I get if I can't decide between an American Icon or a Challenger?" And I'm like, well, I don't have any kids of my own. So I'm not trying to equate guitars to human life, but it's kind of like saying, hey, which kid do you like the best? You know what I mean? So the Challenger or the Icon, I love both of them.
Mm-hmm.
However, I've been making the Challengers longer. So I would say if you don't know, get a Challenger first. Now, see, Curtis is right here right now, and he says, "What makes a Challenger deluxe?" So the deluxe is a model. What makes it a deluxe is the Charlie Christian pickup in the bridge position.
Yes.
Which we're going to have one of those available for reveal maybe as early as next Friday, right? So where's this one going, Dave Argus?
Yes.
Okay, we don't know where it's going, but it's going to Dave, and
yeah, we don't know where. There's no There's no specifications.
And this one is totally
this one.
super,
Yeah,
super
he
cool.
wanted the VTC neck.
Oh, that's right.
VTC
Yeah.
neck
Okay.
and dots,
Yeah.
which you talked about. And yeah, it's
This
cool.
is a cool
It's
guitar,
fun,
y'all.
yeah. So
I think the
so two
VTC
similar
neck.
guitars that aren't really similar.
Do we have any white Limba guitars that are like going to be available?
I think there's one in back.
Okay.
Yeah, that's slated to be painted at some point fairly soon.
Okay.
Yep.
Come on now.
And then the last one that I finished that's going out is for a guy named Rodney Harris.
Okay.
He lives in Alaska. I wonder if he knows Rod.
You don't know. I
Yes,
think it
this
is
for
Rod.
our friend Rod Harris in Alaska.
All the way in Alaska. So this is a level 2
Uh-huh.
mahogany body
Uh-huh.
with a maple neck,
Uh-huh.
all Hipshot hardware, and Dylan. I almost said Dylan P90s. Dylan humbuckers, and a super cool Paisley top. What do you guys think about that? Check that out.
It's a stunner.
All right, let's see what's going on here in the world here. R. Baker says the white Limba is a nice option on these. Thank you. It is super cool. Dastardly Dave says, Rod, sweet. Doug says, I think you perfected the Challenger. Also, all the choices. Think you perfected the Challenger. Also, all the choices of hardware. So yeah, thank you, Doug. Yeah, I think these guys are super cool. You know what you can't tell is how neat this looks. And I really
a little bit of an idea, but it's even better in person because there's a lot of gold thread that just sort of shows up.
I'm looking on the computer and it looks cool.
Yeah.
I'm looking in real life and it's like it's night and day difference.
Yeah, it's really, really neat.
I'm gonna take this home and see if Joy can take some pictures of it before we ship it to Alaska.
That's a good idea.
Because it's really, really cool.
Yep.
Yeah, this thing is boss.
Yep, it is.
It's super cool. It is super,
Not
super
that the others
cool.
didn't turn out good too, but
fabric tops are still cool though,
yeah,
Chris.
pretty fun, especially when the fabric is good.
Yeah,
Now, if
that's
it
true.
was,
Sometimes
Pink Floyd fabric, probably wouldn't even show that off.
okay, but how long have we been doing fabric tops? 8 or 9 years.
Yeah. Trying to think when that challenge was, the first ones that we did.
Yeah.
That was in
It's been a long time, and we've never stopped doing them. We just kind of slowed down a little bit.
Yeah.
So
Hard thing is we never like to use the same fabric twice, seemingly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and finding good fabric sometimes can be difficult.
Jacob wants to know: is it fabric top or is it carved in? This is a fabric top.
Fabric.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Butch says, "Is it just clear coat on the fabric top?" Well, it has clear on it.
Yeah.
It is.
It's car fender smooth. It's not bumpy. It's not fabricy.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get this close to the camera so you can see. It's there's quite a bit of effort that it takes to get this to lay as smooth.
Yeah,
as
we have
it is.
videos on how to do fabric top. In fact, I think some of them are called "How to Do Fabric Top." So, or we do a fabric top.
Butch says so. No added color. Yes and no. This I got a black shirt on, so you can't see it, but there's a little burst,
tiny
but
burst
that's the
around
only
edge.
color. Yeah, here
yeah,
you
the
can
rest of
tell.
the fabric is standard color. I did, a little bit of a burst on the back. The side fades. You can't see that here either, but the side fades into a really light burst on the back. But yeah, I didn't add any color to the top other than the slight burst on the edge.
Yeah. This is truly cool.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It is cool.
All right. So now what, Chris?
Let's talk about the one that we finished. I think it's over there, the red one.
Okay.
That might be going away Monday, right?
Yeah, I think this one and its brother are both going away to Matt's Guitars in Virginia.
So the idea was that we'd have both of these guitars done on the same week, and I ran out of a couple of parts.
Okay.
And couldn't get that one done. So I got it done this week as well.
So
this one was done a couple weeks ago.
So the one that I'm holding has a carved flame maple top. How about you?
Carved flame maple top.
All right. And the one I'm holding has a Black Kingwood fretboard.
Yep.
Okay. And I've got all Hipshot hardware.
I do too, except I have a tremolo.
Okay. I should have told you. I was going to try to save that for the very end. But,
well,
okay. Well, disregard. Okay. Never mind. Never mind.
So one of them's a hardtail, one of them's a trem. But other than that, they're identical in every way. Same pickups. These have Duncan slash pickups in them. Mahogany back, mahogany neck. Tried a new colorway, kind of a PRS Luxardo red and amber top.
Yeah, these are kind of a matched pair. Yeah. So yeah, the wood on these is really cool.
Blue eyes and one of them has green eyes.
One of them has no arms and one only has one arm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can get these with covered pickups, you can get them with P90s, you can get them with really anything you want. So. Yep. But these two are going to Matt's Guitars in Virginia first thing Monday morning.
Yep.
All right. Now, speaking of that, unless somebody buys them first, okay. Well, tell you what I'm going to do, Chris. All right. So unless somebody buys them first, these are going to Rob's Guitars in Virginia. This one is going to Rob's Guitars in Virginia because he specifically said, "Hey, that's a cool one." Doug says, "Can you imagine the guys who come into that guitar shop and see both those guitars?" Yeah, I think that's going to be a very strikingly cool thing, Doug. So this one's going to Matt's as well. What do you got there, Chris? This has been here a while.
Actually. Yeah, so this is icon number 2. This one, mahogany back, mahogany sides, maple top. Lots of figure. The original 2 that we did one with the P90 and one with the humbucker, one with no F holes, one with F holes, one with trapezoids. I'm going to sneeze. One with blocks.
Yeah.
So this is the no F hole P90 trapezoid guitar. Yeah.
So this one, and we're going to send him 2 icons. What other one are we going to send him? Here, I'll hold this
the ash one.
Okay. Well, that's a good idea. So he's going to get both of these icons here. So he'll have 2 kind of to show off.
Yeah. So he'll get one of each. This isn't the other one that got built at the same time as that, but this one has all that same stuff.
Doug bought that
humbucker. Yep. Block inlays. But same. Oh, this one's ash sides and back. This one's mahogany sides and back. We did a little bit of a bursty thing on this one because that's what I like to do.
Yeah, I think these are truly cool guitars, and I think.
Oh, and you know what I need to do?
What's that?
Strap buttons on both.
Oh yeah, they both could get a strap button.
Both need a strap button.
Okay, well we'll do that, and then they'll go away. Okay.
Cool. I just get so excited to finish them.
I know these really turned out cool, dude.
Yep, they do.
So is that all of them? Is that what we got?
That's everything that we got done this week.
Okay, we have an update though. Will you grab that guy there with the EMG in it? It doesn't have an EMG in it. I think I want to take that one to Joy to take pictures of too.
Okay.
So this one was originally going to be for our friend Candle, who's coming out in September.
Which I didn't realize.
By the way, if you guys want to come to the PRS workshop, there's 2 spaces left in the first one. Okay. The second one is sold out, but the first one has 2 spaces left. Okay. That's September what 3rd? I don't it's the first one. It's not the 9th, whatever that is. So anyway, so Candle's coming out for the PRS workshop and wants to pick up her guitar then. But she did say, I want a Dylan DAF with a cover. So rather than
didn't realize.
yeah, but it's no big deal. Rather than pull this one out and say, here's your guitar Candle, and then we sit on it for July, August, 3 months. We've got another one in the back that's like almost as far along. It just needs paint, and we'll just put a Dylan DAF in that. So this one is available, and I'm going to have Joy snap some pictures of it. Now, what's the big idea with putting an active pickup in an American Icon?
Well,
Chris?
it's not an active pickup because it's not an EMG pickup. It's
Okay.
actually a Benedetto.
How cool is that? It's actually an ebony cover, isn't
Yep,
it?
it's an ebony cover. If you read about the pickup, it's a neutral jazzy humbucking pickup.
Mhm.
So yeah, it actually sounds virtually identical, at least to my ears, as the Chrome Alnico 5 Duncan that we've been using as the standard
Yeah,
pickup in these.
yeah.
So yeah, and I kind of like the way it looks. It looks
It's a unique
yeah, I mean in
feature,
person
and yeah, I think it's
because
neat.
it's ebony and it's dark and it's
Mhm.
wood and it adds, more wood is good.
Yeah, it's cool. If you guys, if this one sells and you guys want one, we still can get them, and we have one
I have
more.
one more in
Yeah.
the box still.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I really wanted to get this guitar done because it was literally a
Pick up
away
away,
from
yeah.
being finished. And I am, if nothing, a completionist. And so I was like, I grabbed this and put the cover on it and plopped it in the guitar and went, I think that looks pretty good. What do you think, Matt? And he's like, yeah, I like
Yeah,
it.
I think it looks cool
Yeah,
too.
so we did it.
Yeah.
So there you go.
So anyway, so Rob says that Matt's looking forward to getting these. Joy says, "Dang, that's super pretty," and it is. You guys can't hear it.
It'll come out like that other one where it was like
So yeah, these things are pretty loud.
but you can't hear them on the video because the YouTube compression kills all things.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
Yep.
We should maybe you know what? Yeah, it's what it is. So
it is what it is, and nobody wants to hear us play anyway.
That's I know I don't.
And quit playing.
I can't. The icons are just cool, dude. Like every time I pick them up, I just like I just like them. They feel cool. They sound cool. They play like an electric. They're a little bit louder than an electric. They're amplified. So they're not as wide and sticky outy as an acoustic. The icons are just super cool. So yeah, Lefty, you are wrong. They are not the world's quietest guitars. You just can't hear them on the video.
On the video,
you are wrong.
They are not in real life.
You are wrong.
Yeah.
Wrong.
It's a weird thing. And in fact, when I watch these back, I can hear the audio thing even in our voices. So there you go.
I'm actually quite the accomplished guitar player when you can't hear me.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably about as good as Steven Seagal. Got the same haircut. All right. So anyway, what's next, Chris?
I think that's it.
All right. Well, let's get down the road. It's been a half hour. So Mike says maybe I'll hear one at the prostitute workshop. By the way, I think that one is scheduled. I just have to put together the page that chronicling what it is and when it is. But I'm hoping that that will be done within the next 5 days. The 2025 schedule should be out. Dylan says he's looking forward to getting his. So Dylan's is ready for paint. Next glued in.
That are ready for paint.
Yep,
So
there's half a dozen that are ready to go.
Sometime next week.
Monday morning.
Going on more paint. I mean, yeah, maybe.
Well, we don't have any other parts, so it's not like
but maybe something will show up at some point.
Maybe, but maybe it will just.
Don't worry, I'll stay busy.
Maybe, maybe just paint. All paint all the time.
No, because I have to finish J Van B's guitar.
Okay.
So, although we're waiting for parts on it too. They're in the same box as the other parts. So.
And they are on the way. So yeah. Black Dog Sheep, aka Zed, says, so is the second PRS class the last one for this year? Zed, I'm gonna tell you something. That is the last Texas Toast Guitars class ever. Ever. We're actually changing the name of the workshop. It's going to become its own company. So is the SG class in the late summer or fall? I don't know, Dan. I'd have to look that one up, but I do have it scheduled. I can't remember.
The SG one is later in the year.
Yeah. Rob just sent a bunch of question marks. Okay, all right. So here's what I said. What I said was the last September PRS workshop is the last Texas Toast Guitars workshop. Everything after the second September PRS workshop is going to be called something different.
Yeah.
We're still doing them, but don't
worry, we'll make a video where we scare the and shit out of everybody that they're gonna end with some sort of salacious title.
Yes.
Like that's it, we give up.
That's it, we give up.
No more Texas Toast workshops.
So we're gonna call it something different. It's really an accounting decision more than anything else.
Yeah.
And it actually works out very well too, because people from Beaumont, Texas don't say, hey, I was hoping you guys would be closer to me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I am. Yeah. So anyway, it's a way of streamlining the whole process. But Zed, in answer to your question, it was supposed to be the last workshop that we were doing this year, but I think we're adding some more October, November. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
Yeah.
So anyway,
this will happen the first full week of each month.
Yes.
Of those 2 months.
Yes. Yes. Lefty says, don't want to be sued by Gibson. Let them sue Wood, Sweat, and Beers Incorporated. I'm not really that worried about being sued by anybody. Because we're not making the stuff. You guys are. Right. So you can make whatever you want. You can make whatever you want. Yeah. But I get it. It's kind of a funny thing to say. Yeah, Gibson's going to sue you. I don't think Gibson cares what we do. Yeah. So anyway, gang, thanks for hanging out with us. And I'm going to take some of these guitars over to Joy, and she's going to snap some good pictures.
Good.
In like cool lighting, really, so you can just kind of see what's going on with them. That's a hot setup. So anyway, we will see you guys on Sunday for the guitar is not done, but the neck is shaped on my 2x4 SG. And I can't wait to show you guys that video. It's well, I guess you'll just have to wait till Sunday to see it in action. It's all the way done, and it's all 2x4s, and I think you guys will dig it. So anyway, gang, thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you Sunday, and have a great weekend.